Yay, we are
Okay.
live.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to your first 8 to 10 focus of the day. Today we're doing a focus called, what's it called? It's about time. Lots of expressions to talk about time. And so I'm Seth from Milano Meravigli in the center of the city, coming to you from my house. And who are you? Who's with me?
It's
Can you
me.
introduce yourself?
Yes, it's me, Angela. And yes, I am also from Milano Meravigli. And today we're here to talk about time. The connection is not the best because there's a delay.
Great.
Okay, so please bear with us. And also, please do introduce yourself. Let us know your name, where you're from.
Oh, did you write something or did?
No, it's Tommaso.
Oh, hello, Tommaso from Brescia.
Hi,
Good to see
Tommaso,
you.
welcome.
Welcome. To first student of the day.
Yeah, good. Very nice.
Here, our lesson. We can get started. There it is. Okay. Our lesson's about time. And Angela, do you want to read what we are doing today?
Yes, absolutely. So what we're going to do in today's focus activity is we're going to talk about expressions of time, describing time management, and cultural attitudes about time. Very interesting, Seth.
Kind of interesting. You cultural things.
Yeah.
We talk about it.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. So first we have first and then you can second.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So time is precious. In which considered polite to arrive 10 to 30 minutes early for a meeting. Also at home, if you want to, Tommaso, anyone else watching us, if you want to, you want to give your idea, feel free. Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
Tommaso, do you know? Yeah. Actually, there are quite a few countries. It's not just one I can think of. Cultures they consider it polite to arrive earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of them would be. Any guesses, Tommaso?
So here they have China. I would agree. Well, I mean, arriving early is pretty. I don't know. Is that so cultural to arrive early? To me, it's more. There's more cultures where being late is more normal.
Yeah.
In China, and I guess in China, people are usually for business things. People are very punctual.
Yeah,
but
they are.
For social things, maybe not.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it also depends on, person to person. But if you're talking about a culture in general, I think, Seth, you're right. For business meetings, yes, they are very punctual. They're on time. They might even be a few minutes earlier. But for just social, casual meetups, they're very late sometimes. And Tommaso says, okay, I'll give it a shot. Maybe the UK. Yeah,
I would think in the UK
people
arrive early. Yeah.
I think they arrive on time, supposedly. The Swiss are more punctual, I think.
In my country, Yeah, I'm from the United States, and we tend to be. I think Americans are quite punctual. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Hmm.
I remember I had a boss when I worked at the Gap, at the clothing store, the Gap,
Mm-hmm.
and she used to say, if you arrive,
Mm-hmm.
how did she say it? Um, if you arrive early,
Mm-hmm.
you're on time. If you
Ah,
arrive on time, you're late.
late.
And if
Yeah.
you arrive late, it is unacceptable.
Oh, nice. Good boss.
Yeah. So for her, like if we were supposed to start at 10 o'clock, if we arrived at 9:57, for her that
Mhm.
was like it's too close. Too close
Mm.
to 10. You should be here early so that at 10 o'clock you are not arriving, but you are working.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. In the airline industry, that was the norm. Like you had to be there like,
Sure.
15 minutes early before sign in. And yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Nice.
Tommaso, if you want to look at the other questions,
Mm-hmm.
Angela and I take some time to talk about them so that you have a
Mm-hmm.
moment to write your
Yeah,
answers. So
exactly.
please, if you want to look a little bit ahead, you can begin answering.
Yes.
Okay, Angela, do you want to do number two?
Yes, let's go. In which two cultures is being late considered the norm? Hmm. I can think of
A lot
quite a
of cultures,
few.
not just two. Yeah.
Quite a few. Yeah. So, when it comes to like just social meetups, casual meetings, I think there are, I mean, quite a few cultures accept, to a certain extent of time, being late is quite acceptable, but not too late also, because you can't keep somebody waiting for a really long time. But if I had to say, I'm trying to give Tommaso like a few more minutes
What
or
countries do you
seconds.
think though? Because there are lots of countries like that. I
Yeah,
think.
a lot of countries, but I think they want us to talk about the cultures, right? So maybe the
Oh
Mediterranean
right. Yeah.
culture. I think that's what they mean.
Oh yeah.
The Arab world, Uh,
Is the Arab world usually late?
oh my lord, we don't want to go there.
Tommaso says he
Okay.
has no idea. Okay, that's good too.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine, Tommaso. Spain or even
Because
Italy.
I would
Yeah.
like
Okay.
one that would be Mediterranean. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
let's see what they give us.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
the answer that for I'm trying to come on there, Mediterranean. When I was in Brazil,
Yeah.
I was in the rainforest,
Mm-hmm.
so not in a big city, but in very small villages.
Oh,
And there, the culture was hours late. Things you didn't think about, like, it was more like on Wednesday, we're doing this thing. So make sure you go to this place. But people just stayed in a place all day waiting for, it was really
other
different. The
people.
time was so different.
Yeah.
Um,
Can
it was
imagine.
kind of nice
Mm.
in a way. Everyone was so relaxed. But
Too chilled. Yeah.
I was thinking as you were, yeah, as you were talking about like social lateness, in English we have,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Tommaso, you can learn this. We have this expression in English to be
Mm.
fashionably, oops, I wrote it wrong, to be
To fashionably
fashionably
late.
late,
Uh-huh.
fashionably late, which is what? That's like when you're late because you want to
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was busy with
Too
something
busy.
else," and it's a way of trying to
Ah,
show how important you are.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
arrive a little bit
Mm.
late.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes, like if you're a little, it's normal to be a little late. So but when you
Mm-hmm.
have, I had a friend at university, and she always came late, but she planned it. I mean, she planned to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah. I
late,
know people who
and I was
planned
always like, "This is
to be late.
stupid,"
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you're with your friends. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know a lot. I knew a lot
I'll
of people
remember.
who did that. Mm.
Uh, okay, I'll go to number three. In which country are trains considered late if they are running behind by 59 seconds? Definitely not
Mm.
Italy.
No, no, no.
Italy could
Uh,
have horrible train delays.
well,
Probably more well known.
yeah, exactly. It's easy. In fact, if they're late, yep, Thomas is right. Japan. So if they're late, they actually
Got it. Thank
can
you.
get, okay, Japan. Yeah. Okay. If they're late, they actually can get um, a late note from the train driver for their work, for the workplace.
Really? Oh,
Hmm.
wow. Remember,
Hmm.
Tommaso, that Switzerland is the country and Swiss is the adjective to describe like Swiss people, Swiss watches, Swiss
Swiss
chocolate,
cheese.
Swiss cheese. Yes.
Oh, let's not start with food again. Yesterday we talked
No,
so
no,
much
no, no,
about
no.
food. Oh God.
Do you want to go on to the
Yes,
next one?
let's go. Yeah. In which country are trains sometimes late by hours or even a day? Hmm. I can think of
But I think people can
I can think
probably
of a
imagine
few.
too.
Yeah, I
My
can think
country,
of a
the United
few.
States, trains are horrible in the United States.
Oh, talking about New York and the subways, like every time I went
Mhm.
in a subway, they would be when you reach a certain point, they'd be like, "Oh, it's closed. Can you take take the other route?" And you had to go like
Yeah.
around the city like another hour or so. Yeah, so that, my friend, is what I didn't like. I liked everything else, but that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
In the United
Okay.
States, we have my parents retired a few years ago. Oh yeah, and they have begun taking the train a lot to travel around the United States. But the United
Mm-hmm.
States is big, so it takes a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and there are not a lot of trains. And
Mm-hmm.
where were they coming from? I think they were coming from like California back to Chicago. So that's like
Mm-hmm.
the entire country,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and their train arrived like a day and a half late.
Mm-hmm.
And when it arrived in Chicago, they missed the connecting train. So then the company paid for them to stay in a hotel. They were really happy with it. They didn't care because they had the time.
Exactly.
Um, but if you didn't have the time, it would be bad.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
All right,
But
I've
I
revealed
think in this
number
slide, yeah,
four. So
I think they're talking about India. Yeah. Mm. Talking about India.
hmm,
Thomas. Thomas says, even a day, it
um,
sounds so even a day, it
oh,
sounds impossible. But if I have to choose one, I will say Mexico. Yep.
okay.
But yeah, in
Hold
this
on, I need
case,
to
we
turn
just
off.
the banner. Yeah, please.
I have to turn off this. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but everything is very slow this morning.
Okay, now it's a little
There
slow.
you go.
Mm.
Okay. Last one. Do you want to read?
Yes, let's go. Which country suffers from time sickness, obsessed with being on time, and how much time is left in the day, week, year, lifetime? Oh Lord. Guess.
Unfortunately, I think it's true.
Yeah, and
If you
time is
know where
money.
I'm from, you'll know the answer. Tommaso, I think I've said where I'm from. So uh,
Yeah,
if you caught where I'm from, that's the answer. And it's true. Uh,
obsessed.
did you find when you were living in my country, did you
Mhm.
find that people obsessed over time?
Um, I have to admit, not particularly, no, because I did have people who were, late and yeah,
I
not
think in the business world, like in
probably,
regards
yeah.
to work,
I think yeah,
time is
yeah,
very
very, very important.
in our social situations. I think
Mm-hmm.
Americans are pretty laid back,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
but at work, especially, I think as you get into higher and higher levels of like
Mm-hmm.
corporate
Yeah.
America,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it
Yeah.
gets becomes really important. So there's our answer, the
Yeah. It gets very
USA,
intense.
time sickness.
Okay.
The biggest thing
Yeah.
I noticed about this when I moved to Italy is like
Uh-huh.
I had trouble relaxing because I don't think Americans relax very well. Even when Americans
Mm-hmm.
relax, they plan to relax, which is
Mm-mm.
not relaxing anymore. Like for the next
Exactly.
hour, I'm going to relax. Oh, you should
Yeah.
just do not, But
Yeah.
anyway,
Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah, but interesting, yeah.
interesting thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Expressions. So these definitely at
Mm-hmm.
home. Uh, you can, Tommaso, I think we have a few people watching, so welcome if you're
Yeah.
watching us from home. And please start connecting the expressions that you see on the screen
Mm-hmm.
so that you guys can participate with us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to read them
Okay.
for us, Angela?
Sure, but before that, Tommaso says, "I guess USA." I think it's a little slow. The connection's a little slow, so we're getting the answers a little late. But that's fine, guys. Keep writing,
Yeah.
okay? All right. So let me read. The other day, just now, every now and then, for the time being, from now on. Okay. Sometimes, for now, a few days ago, from this point forward, a little time ago. All right, so let's mix and match. The other day. Hmm.
These are interesting because they're really specific and we use
Mm-hmm.
them a lot. And
Yeah, that's true.
they're better than just saying yesterday. They're
Mm-hmm.
really casual expressions that we use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other day, um, where is it? There it is. I see it. What's something the other day? What did you do the other day? I hurt my back. I told you I hurt my back the other day.
Oh, the other day I made some dumplings.
Ooh,
Mm.
nice.
Yeah, it was really
Very
good.
nice. Were they good?
Good, good,
Nice.
really good. Yeah.
Hey, Angela, would you say the other day is like a precise measurement or a sort of like when you just, or just a more quick measurement, a casual measurement of time?
Okay, casual measurement of time, which Tommaso has actually paired first with the third. Yeah. So
Good
the
job.
other day, a few days
Few
ago.
days.
Very nice. Very nice. Good. Good job.
So it's basically like
And
when we don't care, it's not super important what day. So just the
yeah,
other day.
yeah, exactly. Hmm. Just now. Mm.
And this one's a little, this one's not so difficult, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you wake up just now? No, it's been, for me, it's been more than just now.
Yeah, it's been a couple of hours actually. I wake up really early,
Time do you
so
wake up? Oh my goodness.
I wake up
Yeah,
very early.
probably.
I like to wake up
Today I was
early,
up
I
just
like to
before
enjoy
8.
my entire day. Oops.
Like the morning usually too.
Yeah. Mm. Especially when it's nice and sunny like today. Second and second. Hmm.
Not quite Tommaso. Just now means
Mm-hmm.
maybe 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, a
Yeah,
very short amount of time.
yeah. A moment ago. Well, just a little time ago. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
very, 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 very recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Every
like
now
even
and
to
then.
say, I don't know that.
Mhm.
Hmm. Every
Okay. Uh-huh.
yeah, the
What do you think?
connections that
Yeah.
every now and then. What's something I do every now and then?
Mm,
Every now and then I not call my mom because my mom we talk all the time, so we don't do it
yeah,
every
me
now
too.
and then.
Yeah.
Maybe my some of my friends. I talk to some of my friends in America every now and then. Not
Mm-hmm.
all the time, but just every now and
Yeah, true.
then.
Okay.
Even pizza, I think I do more than every now and then. I have pizza off.
Okay, so
There
third
we go.
with
Thank
the first.
you.
Perfect.
For the time
Nice.
being,
Mm-hmm.
eh, I can think of a situation that is
Mm.
experiencing for the time being.
Oh, Lord.
And probably for a few more weeks, we will be
Fantastic.
experiencing.
The
Yeah,
fourth and the second.
exactly.
Good job.
For the,
Mm-hmm. Fifth
and
and
then
the
from on,
second. Yeah,
I'll
that's
show because it's there. So from this point
yeah, yeah. And
into
he
the
said it
future.
too. Yeah.
They're kind of interesting. Yeah, Tommaso.
Yeah.
Tommaso's the best student today.
Yeah. Come on,
We have
guys. The rest
one
of you
more
who are watching.
opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to, yeah, we have a few people watching. Um,
Mm-hmm.
oops, so fun. So we're just putting in, filling in the blanks.
Okay.
I'll just read the first one because it's there. So, and
Okay.
also, so
Mm-hmm.
Tommaso and whoever else is watching, answer, answer, answer. You do not have to wait for us. Go, go, go,
Yeah,
go.
just
Do
go
not
ahead and
wait for
answer.
us. If you
Yeah,
know,
because you know,
type.
yeah, yes,
Um,
yes.
so number one is Robert called just now and said he's going to be 10 minutes late. He called
Just
1 minute ago, just now.
okay, because called past tense. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I saw Julia dash or blank while I was at the supermarket. So I saw Julia while I was at the supermarket. So what do you think it is? Could it be the other day, just now, every now and then, for the time being, or from now on? Okay.
Mhm. This one, there's only one that grammatically can. Oh, there you got it. I
Great.
saw Julia the other day while I was at the supermarket. So a
Good job.
few days ago, I left my house the other day. That's not even true. I have not left my house in a really long time. I haven't
Yeah.
left my house in over 2 weeks.
Day before yesterday, I went out grocery shopping. And
Was it strange?
it was strange because I actually left the house after 20 days. Yeah. And I saw people with
I've
like
gone,
weird masks, like really weird stuff from the
yeah.
Second World War and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like really was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go on. So I always get up early, but uh oh, he's gone ahead. But
Yeah.
thank you. Every now and then, so sometimes, every now and then is basically sometimes. Every now
Yeah.
and
Very good.
then, I like to sleep late.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thank you,
Number
Mazo. We
four.
want to do number 10.
Yeah, let's go. So from now on, we have to turn off our mobile phones during class. Good. And I'm not happy with
So
my
from this
job,
moment,
but he says, but for now, for the time
not
being,
just
it's
now,
fine.
but for
Okay.
now,
For the
for the
time being, yeah.
for the time being, for the time
Mm-hmm.
being.
Mm-hmm. It's
And so
fine.
this time, I think if for for the time being, would all for now. For now being,
Yeah. For
it's
now.
fine.
Mm.
Tommaso,
Mm.
you wrote just now, and just now well does not work.
Yeah, because remember, it's just like a few
That
minutes, a few seconds ago. Okay.
mhm.
Mm.
There's that's why things are slow today. I don't understand. I'm typing things and it's taking forever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
these two can be the same for the time being or for now. For now is a new one. It's not on our list.
Yeah, it's not on the list. Yeah. But
Okay.
it's a really important one. It should have been on the list.
Yeah, and it's pretty this is
Commonly
still
used.
just finding the red word expression just so that we have like synonyms,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Little so just
Okay.
now,
Yeah. So
just now,
may, yeah,
um,
maybe 5 minutes ago.
oh, yeah.
I live. Got it.
The other
Okay.
day,
3 days
the other
ago,
day would
maybe.
probably be, and then go at 2, 3, 4. The other day is sort of
Yeah.
flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
we said that's exactly like sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On is
Mm-hmm.
a new change is starting, right? Something new. And
Mm-hmm.
then for the time,
Yeah.
now it's okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On to, I think we've got,
To the
I
next.
wanted to go
Mm-hmm.
maybe, yeah, I'm going to jump over this because we have some nice, there's some questions that I
Mm-hmm.
think we can start here.
Okay.
Let's go to the
Mm-hmm.
questions. Let's talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
And again, at home, if you want to answer any questions,
Yes.
please
Please feel free.
share
Please
what you're
comment.
thinking
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Tommaso
Um,
says that since ever, okay, so I type to you, okay, from the time he types till you read the answer, it takes a minute.
it
It
takes a
takes about a
minute.
minute.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, I know.
slow
The
today.
connection is it's just the worst today.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, and usually at 9 o'clock it's okay, but it gets
Mm,
worse during the day, but who knows?
yeah.
Anyway,
Hmm. Right.
well,
So the first one
let's
I'm
see
gonna read.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to read
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
read
Let's
it
go. Okay.
for us?
What differences in attitudes or concepts of time in other cultures do you know? Hmm.
This one we kind of talked
Yeah,
about.
we kind of talked about, the Arab world, the Mediterranean culture with regards to time, a more, laid back attitude towards time. Then we talked about Japan, where they're very particular about time. The Swiss are quite particular
Yeah.
about punctuality. Um, what else? Yeah, we
I
talked
don't,
about, yeah.
I, like the two places where I experienced the strangest time were in Brazil and in Bangladesh. And
Mm-hmm.
I was in places where people were quite poor. And so they didn't have, a lot of them didn't have jobs, or at least if they, their lives were very simple compared to the sort of Western
Mm-hmm.
go, go, go mentality. And
Mm-hmm.
so everything was just really slow. And
I know.
and I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite nice. I mean, because you know, things just took things, but at the same time, for me, it was very sometimes very frustrating because it was
Mhm.
confusing. Like, why
Yeah.
is something not starting, or why like everyone is here? Why aren't we beginning the meeting? We're here, but then we would keep talking for like an hour. You know, everything was so long, and
Yeah,
that for
and
me was strange
yeah,
because of
and they
my
keep
culture.
asking you about your health and well-being, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you've eaten or
Yeah.
not.
In
Okay, yeah.
Bangladesh, it drove me crazy that because it to me felt so long. But whenever I would go somewhere, I was very special there because I was from the United States and people, you know, like the Bengali idea of America, like people were very excited. But and I
Mhm.
always they always anytime I would go to a school or you know, people wanted me to give a speech. And I was like, well, what am
Nice.
I supposed to, I don't know what you want me to do because it's not what we would, you know, and so I would be
Ah.
introduced, oh, this is Seth, he's from the United States. Seth, why don't you say something?
Mhm.
I don't, what is it you want me to say? I don't know. Like, what, we're here for a meeting. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Very strange. For
So
me, it was very
Tommaso
difficult.
says there are countries where people are obsessed by the time, like Japan and the US. They always run behind their schedule. All right.
Behind, if they run behind their schedule, means they're late, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not,
So
they
that's what
always
he's trying to
run
say.
according to their schedule.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what he means to say because they're so obsessed. Sometimes they do run behind. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
what you're
Okay.
trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
misunderstood it. Sorry.
Mhm. So yeah, yeah, you're right.
Um,
Awesome.
yeah.
Hmm.
Number two, what
Mhm.
are your experiences with other countries' concept of time? Have you in Italy, Angela, living in Italy, do you find time to be, I don't find it to be too different.
No, not really. I'll tell you something. I lived in the Middle East for so long that I'm so used to people being late. Okay, myself, I'm really very punctual, and I really like to be on time. I'm usually there ahead of time. I'm always waiting for the other person, and I prefer it that way. However, so when I came to Italy, it was like a breath of fresh air actually, because people were late by say 5 minutes, whereas in the Middle East they were late by an hour or more than that sometimes, you know. So here I feel like I don't have to wait too long. That people do show up on
I'm
time.
so late. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So if I have to compare the two worlds, yes, absolutely, Italy is great with time.
And if someone is an hour late, what do you do? Because that's a long time. To me, that becomes inconsiderate. You know,
Yes,
you're
yes,
losing a lot of
absolutely,
time.
absolutely. But it is just a norm there. So, I mean, and then they just give you the excuse of, traffic and stuff like that. But I mean, y- you're mentally prepared for it. So you browse around the mall or whatever, you do your thing, while waiting for them. So
Yeah,
it's the norm, it's accepted. So.
sure,
Mhm.
sure. Huh. Where's number three? Which countries do you think have a good attitude about time?
Mhm.
Um, well, and this probably becomes cultural too, because for me, I'm thinking like Europe
Mhm.
in general. But again, that's my culture, more or less. The United States and Europe are similar
Mhm.
cultures.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
have a specific answer for this, I guess. But
good attitudes about time. Well, if you had to look in general, I would say, yeah, the US, Europe, they're pretty good with time. I would say places in Far East Asia like Singapore, Japan, and so on, they're really good. with time. But then you have the Southeast Asians who are very relaxed. You have South Americans. Some South Americans are very relaxed as well. So, and then of course the Arab world. I would say, yeah,
Yeah.
very relaxed.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah. Sometimes to a point where you are like, I give up. I can't
Yeah.
live here anymore.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's this?
Oh, Alex. Yeah, Alex. If you want to try and listen, it's just fine.
Absolutely,
You're more than
Alex. No problem. You're
yeah.
most welcome.
Maybe some things are a little bit difficult, but
Yeah,
no problem. Sure.
try to get involved.
Let's see. So then
The
on to
more the merrier.
the more the merrier. That's right. The more people there are, the happier we are. um,
Yeah,
let's see. So number
you're
4 says,
welcome.
how do you think the world sees your country's concept?
Countries' concept of time. Okay. Now, depending on which country you think I'm from, well, as I told you, as I told you earlier, in the Middle East, yes, very laid back. Time is not a big, they're not very particular about punctuality unless it's a business meeting or so on. Nepal, where I'm originally from, very similar to the Middle East, where people are very laid back there as well. In fact, when you set up an appointment, I have realized that I must, if I want to have a meeting at 9 o'clock, I might as well tell them to come at 7:30, and then maybe they'll show up at 8:30 ish. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So yeah,
Very
be
different.
careful.
I think in my country, the only thing I think about is like sometimes if we're going to if I'm invited to a dinner or
Mhm,
something at a
mhm,
restaurant,
mhm.
then an American, we will show up on time. So if
Yeah,
my friends say let's eat dinner at 8, I would get there at 8.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
if they're
Otherwise, they don't.
inviting me to their house
Mm,
and I
yeah.
know they're cooking, maybe I arrive a little late
Okay. A
because
little
I
more
think
flexible.
whenever
Yeah.
people come to our house, we're always rushing to make the house look nice. So,
Mhm. Yeah, makes sense.
but yeah,
Yeah, and also because if you're meeting at a restaurant, they're gonna wait for you for about like 25 minutes, and then they're going to give your table away. So
yeah,
you better be there, or be square.
important. Yeah, true,
So yeah.
true.
Mm.
Um, Last one, how would you change your country's concept of time?
Oh, yeah, major change. We need a major overhaul in Nepal. If I talk about Nepal, Qatar, these places we really need to change how we look at time. We tend to take time for granted in some countries, some cultures. We tend to take people's time for granted, and I wish it wasn't like that because I've always worked in an industry where time is of the utmost importance, very essential. I was in the airline before, and so we were, we our time started, our clock ticked, our clock started ticking at a certain hour, and we had to be there. So I know
Yeah,
how important time is. So I wish that I could change the way people conducted themselves with regards to time, but
yeah,
there's not very much I can do because it's a mentality, it's in the culture, and it's going to take a while for this to change. What do you think, Seth?
yeah. No, I think it probably does take a long time. In my country, I think maybe I would just, in some cases, like I was saying in business, sometimes people are so like strict and
Mm,
fanatical about time. and sometimes, it's easy for that to come into your own life. And like, I do think sometimes Americans uh, are too focused on time, and so
Mhm.
free time, they can't enjoy the free time because
Mhm.
they plan it. I have one friend in particular, and she's like this, where she even, so she'll say, okay, on Saturday I have the day off, and from 8 until 10, I'm doing this, and from 10 to 10:30, I'm doing this. And then, and her whole day is like, dum, dum. And I think, goodness, it's your day off. Like, okay, make a plan, but she even gets very upset if her free day becomes if she loses the schedule she's made. And I think, oh, she has a hard time if things aren't going the right. So sometimes I do think Americans, not all of them, but some people do uh, schedule too much, and um, you know,
So Alex says,
Alex is here.
yeah, in Italy, I would change the concept of time about the work. Do you mean that you work too many hours, or do you think that, Alex, do you mean that you work too
I
little,
think his
or
next
okay.
his next yeah, people need time. Yeah,
I think people need more time to stay with their family.
I agree that.
Yep, absolutely.
Mhm, it's true. It's true.
Yep.
Let us go
Yeah.
back. I'm going to take away this comment, and I think we have
Hmm.
time to do
Hmm.
this one. Okay. So this is one more opportunity to review
Hmm.
those expressions earlier.
Hmm.
First, I'll, I'll read it for us. So,
Hmm.
where Doug and Jen are coworkers, they had to give a
Hmm.
presentation today at 10 o'clock. Doug had arrived a minute before. He spoke really quickly and yet still needed extra time. Jen, however, was very efficient and good at managing her time. She used her time well and spoke slowly. Jen stayed on topic and wasn't short on time. In fact, she had planned extra time to ask if anyone had any questions.
Hmm.
So here, oops, these are new ones. Sorry, some new expressions. And what we want to do is look and see can put
Hmm.
these in how we can change. So things that mean the same thing.
Hmm.
Um, this is kind of fun, I think. It's a little tricky. Um, so first over here, do you want to read these expressions for left?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Talk a mile a minute. What does that mean? It means to talk fast, okay, really fast. All right. Yeah, jibber jabber. And run out of time
Mhm.
is, how would you explain run out of time, Seth? To maybe
Well, I
finish.
am
Yeah,
afraid right now, as I look at the clock, that we are going to run out of
run
time.
out of
To
time.
run
Yeah.
out of time is when you don't have enough time to do
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
You don't
Yeah.
have enough time.
Okay. So waste
Uh,
time is to basically throw away time uselessly, throw time to the wind, like just
yeah.
uh,
To use
useless.
time badly. Yeah.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
waste your time. Take your time means to, okay, to do it slowly. All right.
Yeah. To do it slowly.
Save time, obviously, is to, uh, keep time. All right. And just in time is to be on time at or be punctual. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alex says run out of time is when you use more time than necessary.
It's more that you don't have enough time. You don't
Exactly.
have
Yeah.
enough time, and so you cannot finish something
Yeah.
because you
Mhm.
yeah you don't have enough.
Time left. Okay.
So
Yeah. So
so
let's
let's
start with, yeah.
see. So oops. Okay. So they're changing. First, let me go back so we can see. Doug arrived
Uh-huh.
a minute before, so arrived
Mm-hmm.
just time. Right
Yeah.
here we can see really quickly. Which one was that, Angela?
So he spoke, I think, talk a mile a minute.
Really quickly. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he talked a mile a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Should extra time. I think that one's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
talked a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
he's still oops.
But he ran out of time.
He
And
talked
yet,
a lot, but still he
yeah,
had
exactly.
not. But he ran out of time.
Yeah.
Jen,
Uh-huh.
however, was very
Jen, however,
efficient, good at
at time. Very good.
I'm trying to see. So Jen, I would
Mm-hmm.
say definitely, and
Mm-hmm.
this would be being efficient, now and
Mm-hmm.
speaking slowly. Those are
Mm-hmm.
ideas related to taking your time,
Taking her time.
being
Yeah.
very planned, having a good idea
Mm-hmm.
about
Yeah.
your time.
Very organized.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's see here. This, I think in there somewhere didn't time had a plan,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Mm-hmm.
spoke slowly. So taking went slowly. She took
Okay,
her
so we can put that there.
time. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of ways we can say these things.
Exactly.
Um,
So
here at
Jen,
the end,
yeah.
she planned extra. That's definitely
Mm-hmm.
saving time.
Save time, yeah.
Let's see what they do. So she took her time, and
Took
yeah,
her
and
time,
she
but we
planned
spoke slowly.
extra.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
if you take your time, sometimes when we see people who seem very stressed, very nervous, we say, "Oh, take your time. It's okay. Slow down. It's okay. Relax.
Yeah.
All right, take your time."
Calm
Oh,
down.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, how about for just our last review? Oh, Alex has written something for us. Manage saving. Oops, you click, I click, everyone
Yeah, we
clicks.
can.
Uh, yeah, to
Okay, go ahead.
manage your time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. Managing your
Okay.
time is to save time. Yeah, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
How about for the final review, Angela? What were the expressions we saw at the
Mhm.
beginning? Do you
What did
remember
we see
them?
at the beginning? Um,
Oh,
hmm,
there they are.
where are they?
There
Okay. Ah,
they are.
yeah. The other day, just
A
now, every
day.
now and then, for the time being, and from now on. Okay. And as you know, the other day means a few days ago. We're not talking about in particular. We're talking about something in general. And just now is like a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago. Okay. Every now and then is sometimes. For the time being, is for this time
Sometimes,
period
yeah.
at the moment. Okay, at the present moment for now. Okay. From
Like in a
now
period,
on
yeah.
means,
Yeah.
yeah, from now on means from this moment on. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Rid
All
of
right,
this
guys.
because it is slowing down our connection. Go
Exactly.
away, video, so you and I can speak better.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we just have to wrap up now because of time constraints. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today, and I hope you're going to take away something from here, so a few good vocab that we've and expressions that we've been gone through today. All right. And thank you for joining us. See you soon. Thanks, Seth.
Thanks so much. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.